guys, Cooking with Kim D. Welcome back to my kitchen. So tonight I am doing a throwback recipe. This recipe is from the Season's Best 1997. This is one of my older Season's Best cookbooks. It's starting to fall apart because I've used it so much. There's a few recipes in here that are just tried and true recipes, and this is definitely one of them. So it started with me, which I already did because they needed time to cool. I made some brownies from scratch inside of our small rectangular baker. Do you buy that? I don't make brownies from scratch, guys. They're just a box of Duncan Hines brownies. So anyway, I made some brownies. They are in the small baker. The recipe calls for what size? It was a different, we used to have a square bar pan, and we do not have that anymore. So this takes the place of it just fine. So like I said, these were just made per the directions on the back of the box. Now, let's take something that was store-bought and doctor it up a little bit and make it our own, right? All right, so these are going to have banana pudding mix on top of them, but before I do that, I'm going to take, so this is our utility knife. This is one of our color-coded utility knives, and it comes with a sheath so that if you put this inside of your drawer, definitely safe. So right now, I am just going to take the skins, the peel off a couple of bananas, and we're going to cut these up because they are going to go on top of the already cooked brownies. And I'm using our quick slice. I love this. This is just a protective sleeve that goes on the bottom so that, because the blades are all down here. So you don't need this while you are actually cutting, but it has, I don't know if you can see that, the blades come to a V. And we're gonna use a rocking motion. We're actually not gonna have to do too much motion of anything with the banana because it's so soft. Oops, it's a little long actually. Do them side by side. But normally you would do a rocking motion, and look at how perfectly sliced the bananas are. Let me get this on screen. So all I'm doing is going around the side. I'm just taking out the really, really small ones. If I need them to fill in at the end, I will. Probably should have cut some of these up ahead of time so you guys didn't have to see me just putting on a whole bunch of slices. Guys, please reach out if you have any questions. If there's anything I can answer, if you're not quite sure how to use a product, please reach out to me. I love answering questions. Usually I have stuff planned for like the first half of my parties, but the second half of my parties, it's a lot of videos about products that you guys specifically want to see. So never hesitate to reach out. So this is part of our, and I just lost my towel, so I'm going to kick it off to the side and use another one. This is part of our glazed stoneware. So years ago we had the unglazed, now most of our stuff is glazed. Well, all of our rectangular bakers are glazed. All right, actually this needed a little bit more than 2 bananas, so I'm just going to kind of, can you guys even see? Yeah, I guess you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to evenly put those around. Done with that for now. Give the fingers a little rinse. All right, next I need to make the pudding. Again, not making this from scratch, guys. It is I think a 5.1. Yeah, this is the bigger box of instant banana cream. And I'm just double checking, yes, it is instant. All right, so I have that in my classic batter bowl. To that, I need to add 1 1/4 cup of milk. Now, these are our easy read measuring cups. I love these because I don't even need to, I'm reading right here on the side. So super easy to measure things out. And these come in a 4 cup, a 2 cup, and a 1 cup, and then we also have a 1/4 cup mini. All right, so into that, I'm using my whisk. Going to whisk this up. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you the end product during this video because this is going to need to set up for about a half hour. once I fully prepare it. But we just want this to kind of thicken up a little bit. Now, what I usually do is put this off to the side for a second, let it start to thicken, and then I'll mix it up again. Next, the recipe actually calls to put peanuts inside of the brownie mix, but my daughters, or one of my daughters, Kaylee, has an allergy to peanuts, so I don't usually put peanuts in anything. But I can have them in the house and she can be around them. So I'm just gonna chop some up to put on the side so that people can sprinkle them on once everything is done. So this is our food chopper. If you don't have a food chopper, this is one of the #1 things I recommend. When people say, what do I need? You need a good sharp knife, you need a food chopper, you need a really good pan, whoop, and even just our simple scrapers. Our scrapers are awesome. They don't stain, the heads don't fall off, they don't melt, they are awesome. All right, so our food chopper, hey girls, our food chopper comes apart for easy cleaning. I call it like the ladybug, and it's top rack dishwasher safe. I'm just gonna put it all back together, and we sell replacement parts for this. So let's just say for some reason your acrylic shield, broke. Let me know. I can probably find you one. We have them. So there's different replacement parts for some products, not for everything, but we do sell replacement products. So don't feel the need to have to buy a whole entire new one. Let me know, and I will see what I can do. All right, peanuts. So this is great for my #1 thing, chopping onions. I hate chopping onions. I sneeze every time I chop onions. I don't know what it is. So this is my favorite go-to. Chop right on top of my cutting board. Carrot, celery, chicken, really, you name it, you can chop it. The food chopper will chop it. Now, it does come with this silicone base, okay? I don't usually use this, but for things like nuts, chocolate chips, stuff like that kind of becomes dusty after you've chopped it, I do like to use this. So I'm putting my nuts in here, just give them a little flip. Then boom, we have some nice chopped peanuts in there. So I'm gonna leave those off to the side, and those are gonna get sprinkled on the top when we are ready. All right, good. This has started thickening up a little bit. Now, don't need the whisk anymore. So now I'm gonna use if you guys don't have one of these, so what this is, you can measure both dries and liquids in here. And there's these arrows on the side. I think that they did update this recently, so this is one of the older ones. For liquids, I would measure like this. But for solids, I'm gonna measure like this. And I'm gonna need 2 1/4 cup of Cool Whip. So I'm gonna go all the way down to the 2 cup. Then, I'm just gonna take my Cool Whip with one of our other scrapers. We have so many different size scrapers, guys. We have a mini, we have a skinny, we have a, oh my gosh, I forget, I actually don't remember how many sizes we have off the top of my head. All right, so I'm just making sure that I guess I really didn't need 2 of those. And I am gonna have pretty much just enough Cool Whip to do this. I'm actually just a tiny, tiny bit shy, but that's okay. It's not gonna make a big deal. Now, what I love about this, and this is great for peanut butter and Crisco, things like that, honey, things that are sticky. We have this in a 2 cup, a 1 cup, and also a 1/4 cup, I believe. That's great for like doing honey and stuff like that. I'm gonna flip it over, push, and scrape. And now I don't need to sit here and try to get everything out of the measuring cup. All right, so into the banana pudding that goes. And now I just want to fold, and I'm going in the wrong direction. Hopefully you guys can tell what I'm doing. You don't, when it says fold in whipped cream into your pudding, you don't want to just stir like this. You want to kind of, I don't know if I can do this, fold it. And it might take a minute longer, but it keeps some air in there and prevents you from over mixing it. So I'm just going to mix this up quickly. And we have two sizes to our, this is the classic batter bowl. We also have a smaller size. I love giving the smaller size with a whole bunch of dips for a Christmas gift, or you can make, like you can kind of do those layered brownie things in there, or hot chocolate mixes, or I've seen some consultants do like a 7-bean soup and they've got all the beans all stacked up inside of it. So that makes a great gift at the holidays. And before I sold Pampered Chef and I would go to parties, I'd pick up a couple of things every time I went to a party. So that way when the holidays rolled around, I always had some extra things hanging around to give as gifts, or, you know, going over someone's house for dinner or whatnot. It's always nice to bring a hostess gift with you. So I always enjoyed giving the small batter bowl with a couple of seasonings as a gift. All right, so this is mixing up nicely. And then all we're gonna do, sorry, this takes a little bit longer than just stirring it together. But again, super simple. I always have brownie mix in the house. Usually I always have bananas, nuts. I mean, this is all stuff that for the most part I have regularly. So this is something I can throw together. If I know I've got something that night, I can throw it together in the morning and it'll be ready for that evening. All right, so this is all getting poured on top. And then, like I said, this is going to go into the fridge for about a half hour to set up. And I'm just using my scraper. So I'm going to even this off, put it in the fridge, let it sit. I think I actually might have some more cool in the freezer that I might defrost. I haven't decided yet. This is just for us. This isn't for anything special. So, but what I would do once this is chilled up is take some Cool Whip, put it in one of my pastry bags, and make some little pretty rosettes on top or whatnot. Definitely to give it a nice finished off look. But I'm telling you, this is a crowd pleaser. Every time I brought it somewhere, it is just, people have loved it. The combination of bananas and chocolate is definitely a winner. And then, oh, I put my quick slice in here. At the end, I'm gonna take some strawberries. This quick slice is awesome, guys. It's good for really anything except for really, hi bud, anything except really hard things. You don't want to put potatoes, onions, carrots, stuff like really root vegetables. Those are definitely going to be too hard, and you are going to definitely run a risk of bending your blades inside this. But again, just do a little rocking motion, and I have some perfectly cut strawberries. So I'll do some rosettes on top, layer on some strawberries, let people cut it, and for those of us who would like some nuts, sprinkle some nuts on it. It's almost like a little banana cream sundae, brownie sundae type of thing. So again, the banana cream brownie squares, and this is in our small rectangular baker. Used our color-coded utility knife, our classic batter bowl with a couple of our scrapers, a couple of our measuring cups, different measuring cups that we have, our food chopper, one of my faves, and our quick slice. Any questions, please reach out. Happy cooking, guys.